I think Coach does a tremendous job of managing our minutes and managing practices, to allow us to, have the legs to be able to, go out there and be able to perform.
Jack, what's happened to the offense? That fourth quarter of that game, and then of game 3 for game 2, and then game 3, you got to look like you had the same hop.
I don't know. We struggled shooting the basketball, yesterday. And it could be just a quick turnaround. The games were in close proximity. That could be the case, but, we don't look for any excuses. We just got to do a better job of executing.
Is it a tempo game? Is it harder to get the pace you want against this team?
I think when you're constantly playing out the net, it's tough to, get the style of play the way you want it. With us, we got to do a better job of contesting shots, making their looks a bit more difficult, and corralling rebounds so we can, kind of limit them to one shot per possession.
How did you feel you played last week?
I felt good about it. I had all the shots that I wanted. Some of them, rimmed in and out at times. Still want to definitely be aggressive. And, I think I just got to find better ways to, be able to put my imprint on one of these games coming up.
How do you have to change your game when Steph's not in? Do you play the same game with or without him? Or do you have to make some alterations?
I kind of let the defense dictate that. I don't come in saying I have to do this if somebody's not in the game. I try to be aggressive at all costs, regardless if it results in me scoring or me making, plays for my teammates or putting other guys in position to make plays as well.
The disappointing thing, though, is you guys have won the rebounding battle all 3 games, and yet the results are 2-1 there.
Yeah, but we've had other areas as to where we've struggled. Rebound is a big part of if you want to be successful. But we've had times where we struggled. We didn't shoot the ball well last game. Like I said, we've turned the ball over in instances throughout this series. So there's still other areas we have to clean up, not just trying to focus on winning the rebounding battle.
Have you seen them deal with you, game plan you more now, specifically you, as this series has progressed? Now that they said, okay, here's what Jack has been doing. This is what we got to make sure he doesn't do.
I'm not quite sure. They're definitely a little bit more aggressive in my pick and roll coverage, it seems. I take it with a grain of respect. So, my job once I have 2 guys that are able to commit to the ball is try to find an open person and allow them to make the play as well.
Do you have to sort of wrap your head around just the idea of starting at the point tomorrow night if Steph can't go? Just mindset.
No, I've done it many times. So it won't be anything I got to go in there and read a Phil Jackson Zen book or anything. I just got to, I'm not trying to be funny, I'm just saying I just got to come out there and be ready to lead our team and get us off to a good start.
Do you feel, many point guards feel like their job is to get the other guys going? Do you feel like that's the biggest part of your job is to get yourself going?
Myself and the other guys. When you're, I guess, in control of the tempo and in control of how things are going, your job is to make sure the flow and keep your thumb on the game, so to speak, and just try to make sure we're just putting ourselves in the positions that coach, feels necessary for us to be successful.
Besides shooting, what makes this offense go?
I think when you are in tune defensively, that makes your offense flow that much more easily. And we had a few more breakdowns than we typically had throughout this series in the first half. I think that's what allowed them to get out to that lead and didn't allow us to get in rhythm, so to speak, for the first 2 quarters. And I think if we go back to defending and not allowing these easy breakdowns to hinder us, then we'll be able to do a lot better job on offense as well.
You think with your size, you're going to be more involved in units and doubles defensively tomorrow?
You mean like on the post?
Yeah.
That's tough to say. That's coach's call. Mm-hmm. We've done a good job of defending the post so far. Bogut, Festus, and trying to limit Tim's looks or make them as difficult as they can. But with that being said, he's a Hall of Fame guy. There's no defense we're going to throw at him that he hasn't seen already and hasn't been successful against. So, if that's coach's call, like I said, we're going to try to execute it, as best we can, and move on as we ready for Game 3. 4.
You don't want another Game 3.